Today I hit some left-handed shots, play with fire, show you a killer drill, how to compress the golf ball, and most importantly, the way to release your lead hand.
Today I really want to talk about the left shoulder, left hand, lead hand, and club head, and the importance of these three components in a golf swing. They're going to change your ability to strike the golf ball, get the ball started on line, and have the shape that you want. This golf swing, ultimately, if you took everything else away and just isolated these three components, they would be the most important components to give you the chance to hit the golf ball. Our ability to navigate around the golf ball and not feel like the right hand is the one that's going to make up the shortfall. It's really, really important that the hand placed on the golf club is in the right place that allows you to line everything up. That was the shot. Trackman just had an early morning lay-in. So, the value of these 3 points. How do we control them? Well, if we consider that the left shoulder, where it is in space relative to the golf ball, gives the lead hand an opportunity to move in any which way. So let's take the club out of the equation to start with. If I put the lead shoulder back behind the golf ball, the trajectory that that hand will move on is more than likely going to swing to the right. The more my lead shoulder is to the left at strike, the more it will have a chance of making the arm track to the left. Now, depending on your orientation in this game, if you're someone that feels like the back should be to the target and the club should travel inside out, I would encourage you to very gently try to do that very move with just your lead hand on the golf club, and you will soon, very, very quickly sense how destructive that is to your golf swing. Because all of a sudden, you've lost the opportunity to allow the track of the grip to square the club face up. So the track of the left shoulder moving away from the ball line. So imagine, you don't have to imagine too much with the graphics, the ball line, as I'm coming into strike, if my left shoulder starts to move away from that ball line, can you see what it does to the direction the club swings in, but also how it has the opportunity to line the face up? Now, the height that that club grip is on will then start to change where the face is orientated. So trying to get the grip, the lead hand, and the left shoulder to do the same thing will really start to give you a chance to line the face back up. So when we think of it as purely the left shoulder in relation to the ball line on this plane, the more the shoulder stays forwards through strike, which would feel like back to the target, swinging from the inside, the more it would try to open the face up. And that's where the right hand, for so many golfers, then gets involved. We can then make up the shortfall for the poor track of the grip that opens the face up that you can save with the right hand. The right hand, unfortunately, is a very versatile component. Depending on the orientation of the left hand on the club, will dictate where the face wants to point in your golf swing. And therefore, your right hand will make up the shortfall. So often we see weak left hands, grips that look like this, and right hands that look like this. Many a tour player play like this. But when you start to have a left hand grip that's in good orientation, you rely less on the right hand of trying to rotate the club face back to straight, and we use the right hand more as a pressure hand to put force on the grip, rather than we thinking about the right hand as something that's trying to line the face back up. So when the left shoulder can now have the freedom to start to move away from the ball line, when you have that freedom, it takes away the desire for us to move sideways. So this shoulder moving sideways has the same negative effect as it does when the shoulder wants to move forwards, because I'm staying side onto the target. So now when the shoulder starts to move forwards, it again has the same negative effect on making the face open up, because I can't unload the lever down at the bottom, which you can see here, if the shoulder moves towards the target. Shoulder isn't shut off, the shoulder has just moved forwards, which again is another reason why, moving forwards, golfers would apply that to stop themselves from fatting the golf ball. So if they've spent enough time trying to work from the inside that caused that fat strike, very quickly afterwards, the golfer then starts to move towards the target. So it's now a double whammy of no, should I say, a loft angle trying to point to the right and too much angle of attack. So this right hand is then on override. I mean, it is trying to work so hard to square the face up. So a great drill is this little swing with the left hand. Only has to be a little one. Now, for you right-handed people, which I am a right-handed individual, I'm not a left-handed individual. When you get the left hand making its truest path, that's how you'll start to be able to actually strike the golf ball with some accuracy, purely because the grip and the shoulder all start to work in harmony. With a good hold, that club will start to want to line itself up. For you guys and girls out there that believe bowing is the way to go, you can see that that's a load of garbage, because that doesn't mean absolutely anything. All that bowing business is about is overcoming crap grips, which you can fix your crap grip up on this little video right here. So by taking control of these 3 points, the shoulder, the lead shoulder, the hand, and the club head, you will very soon be able to navigate your path line, your angle of attack, and your face to path back to neutral without too much bother at all. But it's not for the faint-hearted. It's not an easy drill, particularly if your hand has been moving around all over the place. So I would really inspire you to get the club in your lead hand, make some little back swings and through swings where you start to feel how this lead shoulder is able to move around the ball, going to feel a bit more open. The grip is going to want to start to track a bit more in, and you can see what effect that's having on the club face. In an effort to you to get that path line all straightened up, the angle of attack down, and a face to path value that's closed. Then pop your right hand on, and then you'll feel how passive your trail hand can be when you start to make those same swings. So hopefully that's given you an insight into the importance of this lead hand, the placement of the hands on the golf club, the orientation of the shoulder either towards the target or towards the ball, and how that will affect the leverage that you'll place down through strike. This is a huge player on the driver, and again another video that I'm going to back up with on the driver, because again I hear quite a few people saying that they're battling with their drivers. But as we get better with the iron play, you'll find that your driver swing will really take hold without having to do too much about it.
Are you tired of paying too much for your premium leather golf gloves? Head over to gxgolfgloves.com. These are gloves tried and trusted by elite amateurs and tour players alike. Enter my code GOODCOACHING to receive 10% off your next order. Go try them out, you won't be disappointed.
Hopefully that's been insightful. If this has offered up something to your golf game, do consider subscribing while you're here. And that, my friends, good coaching.